Right, so I may have accidentally bought a new pair of seats for the Defender. You know what happens, you're on the internet late at night, your arm kind of slips and lands on the keyboard, and then next minute you got a courier outside your front door with a massive box. And the wife doesn't believe it's a washing machine. I did try, but somehow she figured it out. So anyway, we've got a new set of seats for the Defender, and I'm over the moon. They're really cool. It's always been in the grand plan, in the grand scheme of things. I wanted to update them. I've already got these beautiful seat skins on the existing OEM ones, and I love the design. It's just the actual seat itself, the design of the seat isn't great. You know, the seat skins is beautiful. You know, you can't ask for much better than that if you want to keep your normal seats. But like I said, I've always wanted to have a set of buckets in my Defender, so it was only a matter of time before I finally changed it. I couldn't decide between Recaro and Corbeau. I was leaning towards Recaro. Most of the time they are a lot more expensive, probably 50% more. But the main reason I was going to go with a set of them is because of this here. You can pull that and that moves and you can release it. But they stopped doing that with Recaro. So now you don't have removable seat bases, which kind of defeats the point of paying the extra 500 quid per seat, or even more than that in some cases. So I thought I may as well save a bit of money, go with Corbeau. The quality is still amazing, and yeah, if I'm gonna have to unbolt the seat regardless of whether it's a Recaro or a Corbeau, then I like both designs. I may as well just go with the Corbeaus. I went with the RXI Elite edition. Now these are a new seat that have been released by Corbeau, I think it's 2020, and it features a slightly different design to the original RSS ones, which I almost bought in the past. I think it's pretty much just the tops, it's maybe not quite as wide on the shoulder section, and it looks a little bit more like Recaro in terms of the design, but yeah, the Elite version also has these nice features on the actual seat itself. I also added the seat heaters as well, because this car comes with the heated seats as standard, and it'd be a shame to lose that feature really. It's a bit of a pain, you need to wire them in. Corbeau do give you a dual switch, so you can have a two-stage heating system in your seats. I really am fine with just one on or off, so I'm just going to wire it in using the existing wires rather than start messing around. I've already had a test of them in the lounge and they're really comfy. It'll be interesting to see what they're like on longer journeys, but they're a lot more supportive, especially obviously around here, because you've got your supports there as opposed to these, which literally just almost flat in comparison. And yeah, it'd just be easier going around bends, I think, because currently I'm either right up against the window here or I'm leaning against my wife. So having a little bit of support in the seats will be a welcome change. I also went with the low bases. You'll see with these are just flat across. With the Corbeaus, they have a bit more depth, but they are much lower on the edges, just so you can get into the Defender easier, rather than going for the standard full buckets where you're gonna just have to kind of squeeze your way in to get into the seats every time you want to drive your car. So we're going to go ahead and install them. It's going to be interesting to see as well if we either gain or lose any space in this section here, because obviously we've got kids that go in the back and it's always a little bit tight back there when you got your seat here, so you've got enough room for an adult to sit here. So the Corbeaus, I don't know, we'll have to see if we actually save any space or if it kind of nicks a bit more, who knows. Right, it's all coming together. I've managed to get the seat out. It wasn't actually that difficult, believe it or not. There was no seized bolts. There were a couple that were a little bit more difficult to get to, like you probably saw. You had to whip the back of the seat off to access them, but it wasn't that difficult. And I've still got my fingers, which is always a bonus. So next we're going to put the seat base in from the Corbeau. It screws in, it utilises the existing bolts, which is nice and simple, and then we can get the seat in and see what it looks like. One thing to remember though, when you are doing this, is the bases of these seats do not remove, like I was saying at the start. So if you do need anything from inside there, make sure you remove it before you put the seat in. Just things like your locking wheel nuts, Obviously you can still get at them if you need to, but it's just a bit of a pain. Okay, so the seat is in the car, it's not connected yet. I've just done the wiring. I've wired up the heated seat elements. I hate wiring, really do. I don't know if I've done it correctly. I followed the instructions, but I guess we'll see in a minute. The mouth's frozen, it's really cold today. So yeah, now I'm just gonna sit here for 5 minutes and let's see if the seat gets warm. I'm hoping it does. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Call me the electrician. That's getting warm, both sides. Done it. Yeah, that bit's definitely getting warm. This bit is warm, that bit's not. Oh. We'll see. Right, so that was the problem. You can't use the original bolts, despite Corbeau saying you can. So before you even attempt to fit these seats, make sure you buy some shorter bolts. M8s there. Right, halfway done. It's a pig. You change anything in a Defender, it's a pig to do. They lie, they say that you can put the same bolts in, but you can't. You have to go out and shop and find little mini bolts that work instead. But anyway, that's done. This one is in, and it looks so good, really nice. So I'm gonna get the second one done. And to be honest, it's gonna be like IKEA when you buy 2 sets of drawers. First one's a nightmare to put in and build. Second one, you do it in like 10 minutes. So yeah, let's crack on. Like I said earlier, IKEA, 10 minutes to fit the second one, 3 hours to fit the first. So we're finished. A couple of weeks have passed now since I've installed them. I wanted to just get used to them and see what I felt about them before posting the final bit of the video. And they're a massive improvement over OEM, really can't fault them. A lot comfier, a lot more support obviously from the side bolsters. The heated seats bit work, which I'm very pleased to confirm. So the whole thing, it actually gets really hot. So I've got it set to the second stage. I might just have to unbolt them and turn it down to the first stage, just so it doesn't toast my cheeks quite as much as it currently does. Even the recline is brilliant. So now when I'm waiting for the kids on the school run, I can literally just recline the seat right back and have a sleep. I think it just improves the entire look of the interior. It makes it really, really nice and over the moon. The fit and finish of them is brilliant. We have actually gained a little bit of space in the back, not much. As you'll see, like my knees, a fully grown adult, you don't still have much space in the back with the seat to the back, but it's fine for the kids, so I'm very happy with that. Both of my kids fully approve as well. They particularly like the tickle holes, as they've now dubbed them. So I need to keep my wits about me a little bit more now we've got these seats, but other than that, yeah, couldn't be happier really. So I think that concludes this video. I hope you like the new seats. Let me know what you think of them. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Drop a comment, give us your thoughts, and I'll see you again soon.